Hey, for anybody that gets on here, like first time viewing me, I just get on here and vlog and talk about things that I'm going through, talk about my ideas, my opinions, my thoughts, just random shit. I mean, I put it out here because I want people that are struggling to see that they're not the only ones, and so, yeah, so on and so forth. Like, that's the gist of why I do this. But I mean, I also do it for selfish reasons. I do it because it's helping me. Oh my God, is it ever? And it's like very therapeutic for me to be able to like get on here and talk and just put stuff out that's like going on like in my head and my thoughts and everything. And if you've ever watched any of my previous videos, you will see that I've talked about Facebook. And 2 weeks ago, I think it was, or like 2.5 weeks ago, I put up a post on my Facebook and I was like, hey, because most people, they'll have the friends, they'll have you there just for the numbers and just so they can say that they know you and just so they can be like, yes, I'm friends with you. You can do that without it coming across like you are friends. Facebook to me needs to be, and this is my opinion. I mean, there are people that enjoy using Facebook like that. Yeah, I'm an acquaintance to you. I hadn't talked to you in 2.5 years, but you're on my Facebook. Some people enjoy that. Some people love that. And some people love that interaction. And I have nothing against that. But my views on Facebook and why I want to use Facebook is I want to use Facebook and have it with the people that I am actually friends with. The people that if my car breaks down in the middle of the night, I can call them and they're going to come there or they're going to help me in some way, shape, or form, or even if they can't help me while I'm crying about it, they're going to stay on the phone with me until I calm down and stop having an anxiety attack. Those type of people, like real, true people that can be there for you, that can be a friend to you. And so anyways, and that can give you advice, and everything like that. And I don't like the way that Facebook has blown up over the years. I really don't. And it's stated that you can only manage like 150 good relationships with people anyways, or whatever. Like for as far as, to actually maintain them and stuff. But anyways, so I just unfriended somebody. And I hated to, but there are a lot of things that they have put up that's been questionable. And I have actually other people that are doing that, putting up things that are very questionable. And that's the thing, too. If anything I was taught by my family, it's to be stubborn. Not in a unjust way, but to a degree, like, I'll be as stubborn as I fucking need to be. Do not think that my life is, reliant upon anybody except for God and myself. And that goes for everybody, or yourself if you don't believe in God, Yes, you can be there for people. Yes, you can have relationships for people. Yes, you can be codependent, dependent, whatever on people and stuff like that. And yes, we all do need people to help with our lives, to help, with things like that. But at the end of the day, I do have a family. Even if they want to tie me out and put me on a fucking chain like a goddamn dog because they're fucking mad at me or some shit, or be abusive or neglectful or whatever. I've done dealt with, honestly, the harshest thing that they could kind of do to me to a degree. I mean, yes, they could actually follow through with the threats, but I've done been threatened. I've done been held at gunpoint. Like, I mean, you can't, I don't even know what to say there. You can't. And so these mind games that people love to play, and some of them I get that they're playing them because of their own insecurities, their own trust issues and stuff like that. But honey, I ain't the one to be played. I ain't the one to do that shit. Okay? I can pretend. I can go along with your little, passive aggressive, behavior that you constantly have towards me or whatever. I can sit there and I can put up with it all day. It ain't nothing to me. That was like the milk that I grew up on. You get what I'm saying? Like, passive aggressive shit is like my family motto or what the fuck ever. Like, and it's sad, but it's true. And yes, it hurts me. Oh, it hurts me because I'm human. And any passive aggressive, any type of behavior that somebody has towards another hurts. And that's the reason people do it, is they're trying to attack because they're trying to protect themselves. And that's one thing that my friend the other night actually said to me. She said, you can't pretty much expect people to view you ahead of themselves, like everybody's going to protect themselves, and that's cool. And I get that and everything. I really do. But when you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable in relationships or in love, you are kidding yourself. You are fucking yourself over. It is so much better. I would rather be vulnerable and fucking dead and just be like, well, I tried. Instead of half-assing shit and being like, I wasn't vulnerable and I always tiptoed around my vulnerability and around my sensitivity, and I was like, oh, I can't let them know that. I can't tell them that. That's like my fucking husband. Threw shit, like, in my face, on me, everything, whatever. And yeah, I use that terminology, okay? But literally, I told that dude every fucking thing when we were together. Now, granted, there's things that have happened since we've not been together that he don't know about. And there's things that I remembered that I didn't, and there's one thing that, like, I didn't know whether to, because I was still figuring out, if it was true, if you will, like, memory-wise and shit. But it's like, I told him everything. Everything. And he treated me like shit. And he abandoned me. And so, like, just so, like, whatever. I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to die. I'm so stubborn that I would literally sit here, and if I could not find a way to the fucking store to get groceries or some shit like that, I would else find a way to get to the store to get groceries. I would find a way to survive, regardless of who's in my life, who helps me out, who I ask, who I don't, who I bum a ride from, who I don't, who I give gas money to, who I don't. I would find a way. I'm going to survive until I just give up and don't survive anymore. And I could decide, oh, I'm so depressed because nobody likes me. I could get on that kick and just be like, I'm going to sit here and starve to death and die. I can do that too. Don't question how stubborn I am. Like, stubbornness runs in the blood of my family. Like, that's the reason we are where we are. If you've ever watched my videos before and they have my kid and they're all, we didn't do anything wrong to you and you're the bad seed. And that's what they do to the scapegoated child. And I even raised my daughter. If somebody would take my daughter aside and say, did your mother ever say to you that she was afraid that, your grandparents were going to take you away from her? I guarantee you the answer is yes. I've done told my kid, I was like, they're going to, if I stand up to them, they're going to try to take you away from me. They're going to try to find fault in anything that I do because they don't want me to be an individual. I'm supposed to be their child all the time, the cookie cutter version of what they think their children should be, constantly, all the way past my fucking whole goddamn life, and I was like, watch. And sure enough, I stood up for myself. I made my own rules. I got stressed out. I said something in October that I should not have to my child. I understand that. I understood it when it happened in October. And then in December, the courts allowed my family to take my daughter from me. In December. 2 months later. And I went to the school counselor to ask for help. And he didn't help. That's the reason I say I can sit here and fucking starve to death. If you ain't gonna help me, if you don't help something to grow, if you don't nurture it, and I've not had a lot of people care to nurture me, if you will, and help me to grow, they'll half-ass it, but they won't actually do the fucking work. So I'll sit here and I'll die. I don't give a flying fuck. Sorry. And Ava, honey, if you see this, don't think that mommy's saying that in a way that it's like, I want to die right now and fuck everybody. No, baby. I love you. Like, mommy's gonna hold on as long as mommy can, for the rest of her life, as long as she can, as long as God is willing and everything like that. But I'm not even gonna lie. Them manipulating you to the point that you won't even talk to me, that I don't even have your phone number anymore, and them teaching you to block me out like that, and then them teaching you to have your friends, if you will, be manipulative towards me, because everybody loves to kiss ass. That way they have people standing behind them, supporting them. Let me tell you, I don't give a shit if I got people standing behind me to help defend me. I don't give a flying fuck, okay? I don't know why. I just know how I am. I know that I have my papaw and my other papaw and my granny and my cousin Misty and my cousin Matthew. I know I have Jason Speck. I know that I have all these people that, yes, they're dead. They're dead, okay? They're dead. They're my dead family members. Woohoo! All my family members that I'm really close to die, okay? But I know that I carry the spark, the bits of fire that was in their soul in me. I know that I still carry that groundedness, those values, and the way that they held fast to, everything that they thought was good. And I'm not saying that they were great, amazing, wonderful people that I idolized, even though, to a degree, I did my grandfather, my Papa Myers. But everybody kind of does that with somebody, to a degree. And if it kills me, it kills me. I mean, shit, if I die because I ain't got nobody supporting me, well, I die. It is what it is. And if I die, and when I die, and I'm in front of God, and it's judgment day, and he says, you're going to hell. Okay. Okay. And yeah, I'm probably crying, screaming, bitch and moan like everybody else would. But okay, it is what it is. I trust in God so much that God can do whatever the fuck he wants to me. He can light my ass on fire right now, and yeah, it would suck. Yeah, I would cry about it. Yeah, this and that. like I could sit here and get struck by lightning. And I've had lightning strike in front of me if you've ever watched my previous videos. Because I said, goddamn, because the fucking dog wouldn't get in the damn house. I was like, Penelope. But anyways, I was like, get your goddamn ass in the house. But, everything happens, the way that it does and shit like that. And I don't give a flying fuck if I ain't got nobody standing behind me. I don't give a flying fuck. I do on the sensitive, I want somebody to love me and care about me. But I am so appreciative that I had my papaw and my cousin Misty and my, cousin Matthew and Jason Speck care about me. That's sad. Jason Speck married into our family, and he cared more about me than half my fucking family members do. That was a good man. But, I mean, seriously. And granted, he might have stole money from me if I would have had money when he was alive because he was on drugs. My cousin Misty came in one time when I was like 13, went to Claire's Boutique. And I bought like $30 worth of jewelry. And I bought anklets that fit me because I have big ass ankles. And so I have to have 11-inch anklets. Or ankle bracelets, whatever you want to call them. And I bought that, and I bought some bracelets and rings because my ears aren't pierced. And I bought one necklace or two necklaces. And my cousin Misty came over that day, or the next day after I went to the mall and bought that for myself, my own money that was given to me by my pal Stacy, to do whatever I wanted to with. And I went and bought that for myself, trying to be all girly, trying to be all cutesy, or what the fuck ever. And I showed it to her, and she's like, oh, can I borrow it? And she put it on, and the anklet barely fit her, and because she had little dainty ankles and stuff. Never seen the shit again. It is what it is, though. I mean, emotional attachment comes in some of the most weird forms that you wouldn't understand. And by emotional, I mean not just emotional, but spiritual. Spiritual connection comes in forms that the brain and the human mind can't even fucking process, okay? I'm in love with a girl right now that I fucking adore, okay? And I fucking hate even saying that. Because even though she hasn't pissed me off really bad, she's pissed me off kind of good. And I still want to be with her. Because I can forgive her for her shit. Just like I can forgive Misty for running off with my fucking jewelry that I spent like $30 on. Just like I could forgive her for if she did say this and that and that and this behind my back that my mom and my aunt told me. Okay, she said people don't call her Misty. They call her April. And if you call her Misty, then you're stupid. Okay, I'm stupid. I call her Misty. Never said I was a genius. There you go. But anyways, I don't know why God made me the way that he made me. But anyways, so this one person, I've only had 4 friends on my Facebook for like the past 2 weeks. Because I got rid of everybody. Because I wrote a post and I was like, hey, like this post. I'm going to share it for a week. So every day for a week I shared this post. Only 4 people out of 60 originally. But 10 unfriended me. 10 had enough respect for themselves to be like, because I wrote that. I was like, or if you don't see yourself being my friend, have enough respect for yourself and for me to just unfriend me. It doesn't mean that we're fucking World War enemies and that, like I'm supposed to go after them and kill them and, and like machetes and machine guns and shit. Like, no. It's just like, I don't really like you like that. I can't really get along with you like that. You rub me wrong. You make me feel a certain way, or you make me feel this, or you make me feel insecure, or you make me feel bad, or what the fuck ever, But anyways, so back to what I was saying. I had 4 people that liked this post. And I wrote on there, if you didn't hit the like button, and granted, it was at the bottom of the post, and it was pretty decent, long read or whatever. I was like, if you don't hit the like button, I will be unfriending you in a week's time. So I gave you the standard that I am setting for my life. 4 people liked it. I also wrote in that post that if you put anything that is offensive, then I will unfriend you. I will not hesitate to unfriend you. Offensive to me is when you keep digging and you dig and dig and dig and dig and dig until you can't dig no damn more because I'm just like, put my foot down. You else need to apologize or we done, You need to understand that you hurt me, and you need to apologize for that because that's what respectful people do to each other. Oh, that offended you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to. I apologize. I apologize. And not one of those, fine, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Not one of those, and not one of those, yeah, I told her I was sorry. That way she would just get over her shit. I'm not talking one of those either. I'm talking, no, I'm really sorry. Sorry, I can say that because, like, that's like me and the girl that I fell in love with. It's like I told her a lot how fucking sorry I am. But whatever. Anyways, so I get on today, and there's these two that have been putting up posts that I'm just like, And I love when it comes across like they think that they're smarter than me and they think that they're getting away with it, and I'm just like, and then I'm like, or maybe they're so blinded to it they don't realize what they're doing. And I understand that people do that. I understand that I do shit like that all the fucking time. Well, not really all the fucking time, but there's certain things that you don't know about yourself. And then if you're somebody that has never even cared to study yourself, if you will, you ain't gonna know shit about yourself. You ain't gonna know a damn thing about yourself. That's the reason I do watch back my videos most of the time, is because I'm like, oh, I could have said that better. Oh, I could have done this better. Or then I'm just like, yeah, but I like that about me. Yeah, I'm not going to change that about me. Yeah, it's not time for me to change that. I don't have the patience to change that about me right now. I don't have the strength, the emotional endurance, whatever it may take. And like I said, I'm so damn stubborn, like, I'm just like, can't deal with it right now. You've got to know your limits. You got to know what you can handle, what you can't handle, And that's another thing, too, about people that go around looking for relationships all the goddamn time. I cannot stand it. Cannot stand that I am in a generation of people that's like, I need to be in a relationship. I need to be in a relationship. Gotta be in a relationship. Gotta have somebody to love me. Love me, love me, love me. I've been single for almost 6 fucking years. I'm 30. I've been single since I was 24. I went out on 1 date, and I tried to be with this girl that I fell in love with. But other than that, I've been single. And some people can't survive being single, I don't reckon. I don't know if they can or not, or if it's just a panicky and anxiety driven, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't live there. That's your bubble. This is my bubble. You stay out of my bubble. My bubble is I can be single. My bubble is I can survive. My bubble is my daddy has tried to teach me my whole goddamn life that my life was dependent upon his life. You can't get away with shit. You can't do nothing. You can't survive if it's not for me and me helping you and me kissing your ass and me being a good dad to you. Same with my mom. Granted, y'all could have killed me when I was little. Y'all came close to it. Thanks for strangling me, Dad. But you didn't. So I'm here. So maybe I'm an abomination. Maybe somebody should kill me. Maybe I should sit here and starve myself to death if nobody wants to take me to a grocery store, for instance. Because that's one thing my parents, we'll take away her ride. We'll stop being her ride and taking her where she needs to go. We'll see what she has to do then. I'll do what I have to do, and if I decide to not do it, then what's the consequences? To sit and rot and die, right? Okay. It's done there. It's done out in the open. I mean, shit for. I was born at night, but not last night. Oh. But anyways. Human nature is, yes, you have to have people that you can rely upon. You have to have people that you can consider Really? Okay, Mike. Anyway, I just got a compliment from my ex-boyfriend. But he does that shit occasionally, like every 2 years. That's gonna get on my nerves. I don't want to see your face. Go away. Bye bye. But, anyways. I want to be with this girl. I want to. I want to be with her. But if she don't want to be with me, then, and then I just, yeah. La la la. The biggest thing is it's like, okay, if you don't want to be with me, would you just talk to me? Don't do this whole iffy shit and give me some closure, baby. Please. Don't do this whole playing with my emotions type shit, like. And granted, you've yelled at me, if you will. I don't like you. I don't want to be with. Okay. Talk to me about it, please. Sit down with me. Tell me what you don't like about me. Not so I can change it about myself, but so my eyes can be opened. So I can gain knowledge from the experience. So you can gain knowledge from the experience. Let me sit down and let me tell you from opposite sides of my couch, okay? I will not, because you called me seductive, and I don't fucking like that at all. I don't fucking like that at all. When I'm trying to be seductive, I'm trying to be seductive. When I'm not trying to be seductive, I'm not trying to be seductive. And if I come across as seductive, then you can kiss my fucking ass. Like, seriously. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I came across as seductive. The only thing that I even, like, I don't even know. Like, I came across as playful, as flirtatious, and so did you. But, anyways. Fuck. That's another thing, too. I come across as flirtatious, to a degree, as most people would say anyways. Like, I'm just a very lighthearted, laughing, loving, compassionate person. And I've had to watch that shit. Like, and I don't want to have to watch that shit, because unless I am grabbing your ass or something and doing it, and it's obvious that it wasn't an accident and I walked by you and accidentally and, whatever. Like, yeah. And then even at that sounds tacky or seductive depending on your view. Seductive means that you at least are intrigued by the person. Tacky means you don't give a flying fuck, just like the people that grabbed my ass at my last job, and I was just like, really? Like, and granted, it makes you feel good, like if your confidence is down, and stuff. And maybe that's all it was to you, is make you feel good, Maybe that's why God brought me into your life, is to let you know that you're beautiful. I don't know. But we need to talk, damn it, if you see this shithead. But anyways, okay, so back to Facebook and Facebook friends. So this one girl, I just unfriended her because she put up a post or a meme that was shared, and it said, and the thing is, too, is how would she know? And would she know because of my other friend that says questionable things? Or does she just know because she's been with him? Because I mentioned that to this other friend. I was like, I wonder and shit. I just want to be alone. I'm so sick. Like, I'm so exhausted even talking about it. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Can I just be alone in a hole? Like, and stay there and hide forever and never come out. Like, never come out. You know, that's why my papa lived in the dark. If you watch my previous video, you'll see where, because like I'm doing this by just my lamp light, and it's like my mom used to tease my papa, like her dad, all the time, and so did my aunt, because he stayed in the dark. They was like, he's gonna go blind, you know, and all this and everything. And so, anyways, funny. But he valued alone time. And then that's another thing, too. I'm the type of person, I do value, if you do research on my type of zodiac sign and everything, and this is the reason I come across as very selfish, very arrogant, very this, very that, well, guess what? I might come across that way to you, but you might come across as a little shithead to me, or a little fucking asshole, you know, like, seriously, you might come across as so wrapped up in your opinion, you know, first of all as others, you know, you're like, oh my god, you know, their opinion matters. It really, really matters. And even though people's opinions do matter to me, you know, and I do care and everything like that, and I've been called a people pleaser. Oh my god, have I? Oh. Don't want to break this pen and let ink go everywhere. I've done that before. But it's like, I try to be nice. That's it. People pleaser? Try me. You know, like, see how far you can push me. Because I guarantee you, you know, I reach my limit. I have my values, you know, I have the things that I stand for and stuff like that. Please come back on. It ain't cooled off yet. But, anyways, back to the whole Facebook issue. I unfriended this girl. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to, because, I mean, she took the time to give me attention, is the best way to word it. Because relationships take attention, coming and going both ways, you know, has to be stable, you know, you put in as much attention as you get, and back and forth, and you know, and all that, and it's just like, she liked the post, she took the time to read it, whether she took the time to read it to be manipulative, whether other people did too, you know, whether they're trying to spy on me, or keep an eye on me, or figure out the magic of who I am, or whatever, or trying to pick me apart, or what the fuck ever. It's like, I can't pick you apart, you can't pick me apart, we can't pick even our own damn selves apart. We can sit there and drive ourselves mad trying to, but I'm not in the whole Einstein shit emotionally of wanting to do that to myself. Like, I want to be where I'm at and be comfortable and be at peace and be at rest and, you know, be at ease with myself and stuff. So anyways, the reason I unfriended this girl is, like I said, like another girl, she's been putting up a lot of stuff that it seems derogatory and like it's aimed towards me and passive aggressive and stuff. And so she shared this meme, and whether it's in relation to me or not, but it really just struck hard. And I was just like, you're else, like, no. Like, I'm else gonna have to reach a point where I'm not mad about it to want to be your friend again. Or you're else going to have to reach a point of, why are we not friends, and talk to me about it. And then when we talk about it, you need to apologize. Because anybody that puts up any hateful anything, passive aggressive or whatever, it's still done with the intent to cause harm. Now, granted, she may not have directed the harm towards me. It may have been directed harm towards other people dealing with the same things, even though I highly likely fucking doubt it. But it said, to all the people out there selling meth, can you mix birth control in with the meth? My kid's dad is a meth addict. So you just basically told me that you wish my kid was dead. That you wish that my child didn't exist. And I'm supposed to be okay with that? So if I look at all your children, because you have quite a few, and I say I wish they were dead, or that they didn't exist, think about how that makes you feel. And so therefore, take how that makes me feel. And then I had a miscarriage when my daughter was 2. My daughter lost the chance of having a sibling to grow up with. A full-blooded sibling. A playmate. That's the reason I don't even like Facebook. It's the reason I don't even like the internet. We are all stuck in this cycle when we get too involved in the internet. We are all stuck in this cycle of trying to be better or whatever and things. We are stuck in a cycle of trying to make sure that we're constantly keeping people down, that nobody gets ahead of us, that nobody uses us, that nobody manipulates us, because we live out of fear. And now this I'm going to take from my friend Jen. And even though I've said, my friendship with her, I kind of question it sometimes, And she's the one that's been helping me with everything right now. And I fucking love her for it. But at the same damn time, some of the stuff that she says, and some of it that comes across as very digging and passive-aggressive or whatever with me sometimes, I'm just like, why, and like, why, I don't know what else to say to that. But anyways, she said, one time when I was talking to her about how fear is what, kind of dictates everybody acting insane like they do, oh God, I'm afraid, like, that's the reason people attack each other and all kinds of stuff. Cool off, damn it. Sorry, my heater's not working. Making me mad. But, if it don't come on, I'll be climbing in the bed to stay warm. But anyways, she said to me, well, she said, fear, the reason that we do it, like, towards each other and we take it out on each other and stuff like that, in her opinion, and it seems very factually true, for anybody that thinks about it and stuff. Think back to when we were cave people. And so we had to fight, we had to get our ass up, we had to hunt, we had to do what we had to do to survive, survival instincts. The only way you're going to survive is if you fight, and you're afraid, but you gotta fight, and so that's what we're all doing with each other when we sit here in all these fucking mind games. We're fighting. But it's a battle I don't give a shit to fight, in all goddamn honesty. Not because I'm above it, but just because I don't give a shit. I'll give a shit when it does revert back to cave people times, and it's like, get your ass up and fight, I will care then, But until it gets to that point, I don't give a shit. All this is just like piddly trickling water. It's like the fucking, what is it? Chinese water torture, where they keep dropping the water in the center of your fucking forehead until you go insane. And I'm just like, stop it. Like, I was done insane before you did this shit to me, if you will, to a degree, because, like, the shit I've been through. Like, I've been through every type of emotional, mental, mind game that there is. There's no bigger mind game than to be fucked over by the very people that your survival was dependent upon. If my parents didn't take care of me to some degree, regardless of how neglectful it was, I would not be here. I would be dead. If they would have left me laying somewhere and let me starve to death, I would be dead. We all would. So my parents took care of me because they didn't want me dead. And sometimes I don't even know why, But they didn't at that point in time. And so they took care of me, But at the same time of them taking care of me, they played every emotional, manipulative mind game possible. I'm supposed to think that I'm supposed to honestly hang myself. I'm supposed to honestly kill myself. Why? Because I don't fit their box. I fit their life to be their daughter, to be born, for them to take care of me. But I didn't fit their box of what the daughter was supposed to be and do. And so in that, and now I'm old, and so now I'm just take. That's all I do is take from them, and they're so giving, and I never give anything to them. Their opinion, I don't know what they're saying about me behind my back. That's the one thing that tickled the shit out of me about the maintenance person. Oh, your parents are saying god-awful things about you behind your back. Let me tell you, they're saying some horrible things, and we don't believe it. We don't believe it. We don't believe you would ever be capable of doing anything. This is before me and the maintenance people here had a falling out. We don't believe you'd ever, they're saying god-awful things about you. And I'm thinking to myself, what did they say? Tell me what they said, and I'll tell you what I did do and what I didn't do. But instead, you didn't want to get into that. It's okay. It is what it is. I will tell on myself to a fucking hole in the ground. That's just who I am. I'm honest as the day is, fucking long or short or what the fuck ever, however you want to view the fucking day. I don't even give a flying fuck. If you view it as long or short, then that's your perspective. But they said that to me, and I literally, there's like a part of me that wanted to come up out of my seat laughing and being like, do you think you're telling me something I don't know? Like, I lived with them. My grandmother would get on the phone with people when I had my first job and I was living with her and tell people, oh my God, she hasn't even got out of bed all day. She is so lazy. She hasn't helped do anything. I even caught her one day. I literally came in. Like, I'd had a kind of day at work, and I was like, just get in the house. And I can't remember if this is before my parents bought me some Dr. Scholl's inserts for my shoes because, like, literally when I first started working, I'd get off work and it felt like I was carrying cement blocks on my fucking feet. Like, it was just like every step. There was only like 4 steps to get in the fucking trailer and it was like, I'm dying here. And they watched me and they're like, what's wrong? Why can't you get up the steps? What's wrong? And I'm like, my feet feel heavy, And so they went and they took me out to Walmart and got me some Dr. Scholl's inserts. But, anyways, I bought one pair, and then they bought one pair, and then they bought me another pair for Christmas the last year that or whatever. Or I was like, just buy me some more inserts for my shoes, or something like that. I don't know. And I probably need to buy me another pair whenever I get another job or after I get another job and get settled into it. Come on, please, heater, work. Fuck a duck. Anyway, making me mad. But, anyways, fuck, what was I saying before I got off about the inserts? Oh, the maintenance people here, before we had our falling out, because they're trying to be all, up in my business is the best way to word it, and not in a good way, because the gossip, and the mind games of it. And they're like, oh, your parents are saying bad, horrible things about you. And I'm like, let's hear them. I'll tell you what's true. I'll tell you what's not. But oh, that's what it is. My grandmother, I walked in one day from work. Walked in from fucking work. I mean, she's old anyway, but I walked in from work, and I walked in, and like I seen like she was walking to the living room, and so or not the living room, but the kitchen. So I kind of walked in behind her, and she didn't even know I'd come in. I mean, she's old, or whatever, and and like. Anyways, like, I come in behind her, and I kind of snuck in, or whatever. I seen, that, and I hear her on the phone with my cousin, I believe, which is her niece at the time, or not at the time, but at that time, that day. I believe that's who she was on the phone with. I don't know for certain, but I heard her being like, yeah, I ain't seen her all day. All she does is just lay in the bed and sleep. And then, they ended their phone call, and my grandmother's, like, standing over the stove, like, fixing stuff. And they're like, well, I'm going to let you go. And, like, I just kind of stood there whenever I heard her say that. I was just like, really? And then she turned around after she got off the phone with them. She turned around. She seen me. And I'm standing there still in my work uniform, and she's like, oh, well, I didn't even know. And I said, uh-huh. And she said, well, what do you do? What time did you get off? And I'm like, 2. And she's like, oh, and I just let it go. I didn't say nothing to her about it. I was just like, I see. Still the same shit, just like when I was 7, like, always, I didn't say nothing to her. I let it go. I let it go. And there's plenty of days that my parents even was like, your mama's been telling me that you ain't done nothing all week and that you've been laying in the bed. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so you didn't come pick me up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and, just Saturday, and take me to work? I didn't get up and get dressed and go to work. I'm like, boy, she's losing it, ain't she? Because my grandmother, I mean, she typically gets up kind of really early in the mornings, but apparently I don't know. I don't know. And I worry about her. I worry about her a lot. And it's hard to let shit like that go every single day. But if you love people, you do. But anyway, so the maintenance people was like, oh, your parents are saying this about you and that about you. And I just wanted to laugh, like, to a degree. I just want to be like, and you think I'm surprised? You think I'm surprised? Really? Like, I'm not surprised. Betrayal is not a surprising thing to me, sadly. There we go. Hey. Oh, it's so pretty. It come back on. Thank you. My heater come back on. But, I'm going to turn it away from me. That way it don't do again. But, anyways, I don't know, but I unfriended the girl, like the gist of this video. I unfriended that girl because she put up that thing, like I said, about birth control needs to be mixed in with meth, and that's basically telling me that you wish that my child was dead. And not only that, I mean, my child's my child. Take into account how much you love your children. And then, my kid's dad He doesn't understand it, and that's okay. That's okay. He doesn't understand it. And some women that he's been with don't understand it. But he's still the father to my daughter. Even though he hasn't been the father for as far as being there and emotionally, if me and him would not have had sex together, my child would not exist. If he had not chose to have sex with me when he had sex with me, if I would not have chose to have had sex with him when I had sex with him, my daughter would not exist. So in that, and then knowing he's a meth addict, and knowing he struggles with it, and seeing him struggle with it, and knowing his childhood, what little bit I do, and how he has struggled, and how he has done the best that he knows how, as we all are doing, apparently this girl included, by putting something that degrading up. People genuinely do try their best, and people do not understand that, and people do not respect that, and do not appreciate that. And that's just like I say, like, I'm doing the best that I can, and that's like with my friend Jen, I'm like, well, is she my friend or isn't she my friend? She says this and it comes across as passive aggressive, but last night she said something to me and I was like, oh, and it's like, have you ever looked at somebody and you're just like, they can't help it. They can't help being overprotective, even if it's in mind games and over manipulation, They can't help it. That's who they are, And so else respect them for who they actually are, or just back out of their life. And try to explain it to them if they ask. I can't stress that enough. Try to talk to them about it if they need to talk about it. Let them ask. Let the conversation happen. People need to have more conversations about shit like that. But anyway, so in saying, you wish my child didn't exist, you're not only saying you wish my child didn't exist. You're saying every child of his, because he's a meth addict, you're saying you wish they didn't exist. So my mama bear's done kicked in, if you will. And then because of that, and knowing he has more children, you just made my mama bear kick in 2 times as hard. As would yours if you were in the same situation. Then you make it kick in even 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and so much more times, because I'm pretty sure his mother's a meth addict. Meth runs in their family, okay? Meth addiction runs in their family. Drug addiction runs in their family. So you're saying you wish that he didn't exist? There's times that I've hated his guts, okay? I've been so infuriated and angered with this man. There is times that I've literally fucking hated him. But I've got past it and learned to appreciate him. And he doesn't even know how to accept that. And that is so heartbreaking. That is so sad. I hate him sometimes, and I have a right to. Just like my parents have a right to hate me at times. Just like I have a right to be mad at my fucking kid. Okay? I love her to death, but I have a right to be mad at her when she won't go clean her damn room for the 18th, umpteenth fucking time that I've told her to, and I've spent thousands of dollars, at least $2,000 damn dollars on toys over the past 2 years. And it's like, just go pick up your toys so the dogs don't eat it. Please. And so, yes, you have rights, and you have emotions and everything. But you need to understand that when you're angry, just like I tried to tell the girl that I fell in love with because she got so mad, and I was like, don't tell me you don't like me. You like me, okay? You like me. Get over it. You like me. Anger is hiding love. Love is anger. I'm not saying to put up with abuse, but I'm saying to take a fucking step back and look at shit and process it and use your brain. If you're going to use your brain for something, use it for something that is aimed towards love. Use it towards something good and positive. And so, like I said, you're telling me that you wish that he didn't exist? Honey, don't say that about him. You have no right to say that about him. Unless you're baby mama number 5, you have no right to say that about him. I have a right to say it because I'm angry at his fucking ass. But you don't have a right to say that about him. You don't have a right to wish that he didn't exist. You don't have a right to wish that his mom didn't exist. And his grandmother. One of the sweetest fucking people that you will ever meet. But boy, she got a temper like hellfire. Like, I ain't even gonna play. That woman, I fucking adore her. Like, she's like my own damn grandmother, okay? My grandmother and his grandmother were friends. That's how we met. Don't insult. Don't do that. And then don't sit there and be like, what? Why? Like, why? That's why. But anyways. God, that's what makes... I had a friend that committed suicide, a friend that I wanted to date, a friend that I wanted to be in a relationship with, a friend that I sit there sometimes. And back to the whole father thing of my daughter, I sit there sometimes and I'm like, I wonder if I would have been with him and he would have been the first guy that I would have slept with, maybe. If I would have been with him, what our children would have looked like. And then he was redheaded. Okay? My grandmother was redheaded, okay, on my mom's side. And so is one of my cousins, okay? My daughter is blonde, okay? I'm brunette. Her dad is brunette, even though he was blonde when he was young. But anyways, this guy that I was friends with that committed suicide and hung himself, he was redheaded, okay? When my youngest niece was born, she is redheaded. Sometimes that's hard on me. But he committed suicide. And the only reason anybody commits suicide is because they give up. Because they are attacked. Because they feel attacked. Because people sit there and tear them down and make them feel like shit for who they are. I worry to death about some people sometimes. And that's when you have to learn to find something that you value and focus on. And if you believe in God or a higher power or just something that you value, you have to learn to stick with that. You have to learn to stay grounded. You have to learn to pull yourself back into it. Because if you don't... And I'm so worried about this girl even, that like I said, it's like, I want to talk to her so bad. I want to be with her so bad. But I don't know if I'm good for her, and I don't know if she's good for me. I'm not going to lie. And that's the reason I'm like, I'm so sorry I tried to rush things. I was just so passionately just like wrapped up in the moment. And so I'm like, forgive me. And I'm like, let's take it very slow. We can take it as slow as you want to, as slow as you need to. And then I sit here and I'm like, God, if she never talks to me again, can you please send her somebody that will
be that gentle with her before they make a mistake in passion like I did? Can you find her somebody that will be slow to love her? If it's not me, it just hit 60 seconds and it flickered, and so, I mean, not 60 seconds, but 60 minutes, and so I'm gonna end this video. Oh, fuck. I'll catch you later, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope you stay positive, and I hope you know that people care about you, and I hope you know that you are worth it, and I hope you keep pushing forward. I just really want people to be happy. Keep trying. Don't give up. Keep trying. Okay? I'll catch you later.